So Christian, what did you buy with this unnamed box? Junk?
Well, pretty much, you could say it's junk. So in this amazing white box of eBay, actually, it's an LG V35, and actually it's my LG V35.
Ooh. So finally an upgrade over the V20.
You could call
Is
it
it an upgrade or not?
It is definitely an upgrade, yeah. I'm not sure if it's almost 2 times the phone that the V20 was. It's a weird one.
Is it 30% better than that?
I mean, like plus 15 or because
Plus minus 50.
it is way better than the V20 in its own way. I mean, some features of the V20,
Like what?
like it not working most of the time.
And having a battery that can last for a day, huh?
Yes,
More or less. It doesn't really qualify to that.
it depends. It depends on the day.
Depends how many hours a day has.
Yeah, it depends on what your definition of a day is, you know. Certainly not 24 hours. That would be incredible. No, the battery, yeah, it holds up pretty well. But you wouldn't believe how much I spent on it.
How much did you spend on it?
It was $250 with taxes and transport from California to here, you know, to Eastern Europe. So I think that's pretty good.
Man.
It's a manufacturer refurbished unit.
Okay.
And what surprised me the most is the back, man. The back. It's absolutely. You know, I always hated these glass backs.
Yeah, I know.
But I was wrong.
Never was your thing.
It's absolutely gorgeous, and it wasn't scratched or anything at all. And it has a nice blue tint. And actually,
Yeah, I like the dark
I
blue.
bought this from D-Brand. It's not a commercial yet. Please sponsor us. If we're not asking for much money. I bought this D-Brand right here, but I didn't have the heart to put it here because I think it's absolutely gorgeous. What do you think about it?
I really think it's cool actually. 'Cause I always liked glass bags,
Yeah, I know that. You
and
did, but
I think it's pretty nice actually. I really love I love the shade of it, the dark blue shade. It's pretty cool.
yeah, in the direct sunlight, it just lights up. It's all sort of blue science, something like that. You can see it around because it's quite dark in here, and just the sensor and the camera are matte black when the back lights up. It's quite beautiful. I'm gonna put that different on someday. For now, I'm just gonna enjoy it. I think it's quite durable. Should
I mean, it
hold
feels
up.
sturdy, and it's cool that it's really thin.
It's really,
I like
really
this.
light. I think it's
Yeah,
really
it's
light
pretty
as
light,
well.
and I like the fact that it's not that big. It's very manageable.
Well, now we have a problem because I really didn't realize, as I don't think you realize, what this form factor and screen to body ratio does to a phone. Because I thought 6 inches, or it's 0.3 inches larger than my V20. It's gonna be quite big. It's not, actually.
Overall, it's smaller, right?
It's smaller.
Yeah, because of the higher screen to body ratio.
It's smaller and thinner and about the same weight with a glass back, which is quite nice. And I think should have gone for a bigger one. I think 6.4, the V40. I think 6.4 would have been ideal.
But you don't have the secondary screen, man, on this.
I don't. Yeah, that's
What's up with that?
that's a disappointment. I think it's harder to do it on OLED than it was on IPS. I'm glad this is on OLED, by the way. I missed OLED so much. I didn't have a proper screen since my Nexus 6.
Yeah,
I mean,
which was ages ago.
Ages ago, yeah. I mean, a 2K IPS, it's beautiful, but this is another league. I mean, the blacks are black. Finally, I can actually see black on my screen. Forgot how it was.
For the first time in 4 years.
In 4 years, yeah. It's
You
like a
can see
revelation.
black.
It's like I was blind and now I can see. It hasn't always on display, and much of the functions of the secondary screen moved here, you know. So you just swipe around and have these functions around, and you have this thing right here, a floating bar, which has most of the commands, you know, the second screen used to do. It's a bitter disappointment, to be honest, but it works just fine. And dude, this is, I don't think many people will recognize this one. Probably not many knew it existed. This is a sleeper phone. It's basically the V30
Yeah.
with the V40 specs on it,
Okay.
without the third camera. Actually, the third and the fourth and fifth. That one has 5. But anyway,
So it has half of the cameras of a V40.
less than half.
So how's the software, man, on it? Do you have Android 10 on it?
It's no, not yet. This is funny because buying it from this was an AT&T exclusive.
Ooh.
Buy it from the US only, and got it from the US, and it would work on on these European networks because all the bands are here, but you can't update it, over the air. So I had to install custom firmware on it.
Okay.
I just
That's a
flashed
cool trick.
it. Yeah, it's a cool trick actually. You can find it. There's a whole community doing this stuff. Thanks a lot, guys. LG firmwares. I'm gonna find it. You just flash it and install the new firmware. And it's Android Pie 9.0. And that's it. There's nothing else on top of it. And the themes in the LG stores, like always, suck.
Yeah. What a surprise.
I just have a high contrast mode, for something of a dark theme.
Yeah, which looks pretty shit.
Which you don't like. I like it. I mean,
I don't like it. I hate it.
I don't have anything else, man. What can I do?
Yeah, of course it's better than a white
right.
white mode, but
And then everything else I don't care about because it's heavily skinned and customized. have
yeah.
no launcher running on top, and everything else is custom. So yeah, I would like Android 10, but it's alright. It's alright for now. I'm used to it.
And how are the cameras, man?
They're really good. I have to say they're really good. And I mean, in already, I think we have some samples, don't we? On that, you can use some samples to show our viewers. The photos are, just on point. I think the colors are good. The focus is decent. In certain situations, it kind of fails because of the laser autofocus, but it's fine. It works overall. As a pro mode, it films well. It does well in low light with the G cam, with the Google camera.
Yeah.
So overall, I would have wished all around the phone, but I know the CPU can do that. A bit more AI, optimization and for images and stuff, a bit more AI, but it does the job.
So it's better than the V20 overall.
In every way.
In terms of camera, software,
battery,
screen, and the list goes on.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be ugly and want to sell it right away, but it isn't. Actually, it's quite beautiful and nice to handle. So it was a nice surprise. I like it.
So would you recommend this phone to anyone?
No.
Why?
Because this is not a phone for anyone. This is a phone for, I think, me and other 5 guys like me.
You mean other 5 idiots?
Yeah. Probably.
Who are willing to pay the price for junk?
The phone is great, don't get me wrong. I love it. But the way I bought it, I mean, this specific unit, this is an AT&T exclusive, an US unit only. I don't think anyone's gonna want to handle that. Buying
through eBay and
buying the phone through eBay, you have to fill in a ton of paperwork and email, DHL and stuff.
it's like buying a house.
Yeah, maybe even more complicated. I mean, with the house, I think the bank manages most of it. It's just here all alone, and you need to get the firmware done, and and then customize it and put everything in if you want. I mean, it's great for me. I love doing that.
Okay.
Making every little thing by own, but I wouldn't recommend it to the usual consumer.
It's exactly the opposite of what I like.
Yeah, and what most of you I think like.
Probably.
Leaving that aside, yeah, the phone is great, and I think the V40 is pretty close to this one. You can buy it in any market, so maybe go for that one. It's not much of a price difference.
That's fair to say. Just go and buy it.
Well, you tried it out. What do you think about it?
Actually, I like it. Yeah, I like it
That's a
because it's less of a V series
Yeah,
or whatever you are saying.
that's what I don't like about it.
Yeah, that's
Go
why I
on.
like it. And I like the design actually. I like the fact that it's smaller and it's easier to handle. And the back and the screen, of course, it's cool. But I hate the software. I don't like it at all. The LG
I
software.
can't say I'm a huge fan, but But I don't like the One UI on the phone. I told you I like it on a watch
Yeah.
more, but not on the phone.
Yeah, me personally, I like the One UI 2.0.
See, just happened here. I told you what I don't like about this phone. He does. So it's a perfect phone for anyone. Depends what you like about it. I don't know, Paul. I couldn't recommend it, but I love it. You don't love it, but maybe recommend it.
I can't recommend it, man.
Yeah,
I would always recommend the
not this one.
Samsung.
Yeah, of course you would. That's why you don't listen to Paul. You listen to me. I was being honest right here. But you know, after all that's said and done, it's not up to us, man. It's up to you. Thanks for watching. Cheers.
Cheers.